Hi, book besties, Srini here. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm back with another book recommendations video. So, last month, as I told you guys, I wasn't feeling my best and I didn't really read. I was kind of rotting in my couch without doing anything. And then I saw this book staring at me, and I thought of giving it a chance. And then I thought, what if you guys are experiencing the same? Whether you are in a rut or a reading slump, whatever you call it, you are just not feeling like picking up a book. So I thought I'll give you guys some book recommendations so that you can start reading again. So the first book I recommend to you guys is Emily Henry's Great Big Beautiful Life. I think this may be my favorite Emily Henry's book. I know. I say this to you guys with every book release of Emily Henry's, but seriously, this was one of my favorite ones that I think that Emily Henry has ever written. It's obviously a romance book, but this has a touch of mystery element to it, and I loved every second of it. I even forgot that I was sick or I was reading this book. It was that good. In this, we follow Alice and Hayden. Both are writers and both are competing for this job, which is to write a biography for former Hollywood personality. She is Margaret Ives. So both are competing for the same job. It's not really a rivalry type of a book, and it's more than that. When I first started reading this, I thought it would be, this bantery, back and forth, bickering rivals type of a story, but it was not. It was totally different from other books that were set in similar backgrounds, and this book got so many layers to it. Emily Henry talks about friendship, about love, about family dynamics, about regrets, and what life is really about. It's a beautiful book. Why I recommend this to you guys is that when you are in a rut, in a reading slump, you want something to keep you glued to the story because you could easily get distracted. That won't happen with this book, trust me. Because this book is a chunky one, as you can see. It's, I think, more than 400 pages, if I'm not mistaken. 418. And I didn't feel like it was 418. If this book was like 550, I would still read it in 2 days. I did read this in 2 days because it was that interesting. I could not put this book down. And there are some parts I so want to read it to you, the dialogues. That are my favorite ones ever Emily Henry has written, but I won't do that to you because I don't want to give out any spoilers. But this made me laugh, made me cry, and this is how every romance book should be, in my opinion. You feel like you are reading multiple genres in one book. And I really hope you guys will enjoy this one. So the second one, it's a bit of an old release. She used to be one of my favorite authors, but I'm sad to say not anymore because I don't know, lately the books she has written do not interest me. The way she's writing them, the plot, it's too shallow. I'm sorry to use that word, but I never thought I would use that word to describe Elena Armas. So this is the first book I have read of Elena Armas, and I loved this, The American Roommate Experience. I recommend this book to you guys because this is a very light read, very, it doesn't require much of your focus or brain power when you read this book. It's really easy to get through, and it's really a cute romance book. So in this, we follow Rosie Graham and Lucas. If you have read The Spanish Love Deception, so Rosie is Catalina's best friend. And this is her story. Lucas is Catalina's cousin, so he comes to stay with Catalina, but he didn't know that Catalina was away with her husband. So Catalina has given Rosie the apartment to stay for a while. And that's how Lucas meet Rosie. And then story goes from there. It's such a cute story. There are so many interesting things happening in this story. You won't be able to put this book down because there aren't many pages that let you think of anything else other than reading, solely focusing and reading this book. Elena Armas does that very well, that keeping you immersed in the story. Unfortunately, I don't find that quality in her books, the recent ones like Fiancé Dilemma. Long Game. Long Game was okay, but I really disliked Fiancé Dilemma. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy any other Elena Armas books after that. I was that disappointed. But I'm sure you guys will enjoy The American Roommate Experiment. So the next one is a book that I didn't think I'll recommend to anybody when I first started reading it. I have read other books from this author thinking each time each book will be different, but I didn't have good experience with other books. I think I'm partially at fault there because this author is a YA author and I don't really enjoy YA books anymore. But this one is also a YA story, and I was really intrigued when I read the synopsis and I thought I'll give it a go. And it turned out to be such a wholesome, cute YA story. This is also a book that you don't require much of an effort to not let you get distracted from the book or from reading. Doesn't require much brain power either. It has this nice flow to the story. You can keep on reading without thinking about anything else. And that is Betting on You by Lynn Painter. In this story, we follow Bailey and Charlie. So Bailey is going through a hard time in her life because of her parents' divorce, and Charlie also has faced a similar situation in his life. So they have something in common to talk about, but their first meeting doesn't go that well. So they instantly hate each other. They give this ick about each other. So after several years, Charlie meets Bailey again, and the story goes from there. It's such a, at a glance, you would think this is just a regular YA story. But Lynn Painter has done a great job with this book because even though it's a cute, a young adult plot, it has so many layers to it. gives you a depth to the story, to friendship, to love, being there for each other in hard times, things like that. It's a really an interesting book, and it's a pretty big book for Lynn Painter's writing, because usually she writes under 400, I think, 420 pages. But I love this book. I didn't feel like it was 400 pages. And this will lighten up your mood. It's so cute. The story is so cute. It will immediately lighten up your mood. And yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this one. This is a quick book recs video that I thought of bringing to you guys, because when you are in a reading slump, when you don't love reading, you don't want to watch longer videos. So I thought I'll give you a quick book recs video and make you guys fall in love with reading again. I hope with these recommendations you will start reading again. And also, I don't feel comfortable giving you advice or tips on how to get back onto reading, because when you are, I think personally, when you are in a rut or a reading slump, you don't actually feel like doing anything else either, at least for me. And only thing I would tell to you guys is, if you don't feel like picking up a book, don't force it, because it might make you hate the reading process. Don't force it. Take it slow. Watch something you know you will love, like one of your favorite movies or one of your favorite TV shows, maybe. So when I'm down, or when I don't feel like picking up a book and I don't feel like reading anything, I watch some of my favorite movies. I always watch White Chicks if I need a good laugh. And lighten up the mood, I watch Pride and Prejudice or Bridgerton first and second seasons. Only first and second seasons, because I'm not a fan of the third one. I'm sorry if that is your favorite season, but I did not like it. So I do things like that. I don't force myself to pick up a book until I'm ready. So I think you guys will enjoy these 3 books. And if you do pick up any of these books, will you drop me a comment and say if you like the book or not? I would love to know. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you with a new video soon. Bye for now.